Hi, welcome. Myself Anil Kumar KN, Assistant Professor, Department of Information Science and Engineering, Rajiv Institute of Technology, Hassan. So, welcome to the Software Testing Laboratory programs. The first program is Design and develop a program in a language of your choice to solve the triangle program defined as follows. Accept three integers which are supposed to be the three sides of a triangle and determine if the three values represent an equilateral triangle, isosceles triangle, scalene triangle, or they do not form a triangle at all. Derive test cases for your program based on decision table approach. Execute the test cases and discuss the results. So before we start with the program, triangle program, so definitely we need a requirement specifications. So here there are two requirement specifications are there, that is R1 and R2. The first requirements to form this triangle program is the system should accept three positive integers numbers a, b, c, which represents three sides of a triangle. Based on the input, it should determine if a triangle can be formed or not. This is the requirement number 1. The requirement number 2, R2, is if the requirement R1 is satisfied, then the system should determine the type of the triangle. The type of the triangles are equilateral triangle, isosceles triangle, scalene triangle. So equilateral triangle means all three sides are equal, isosceles means two sides are equal, scalene means all three sides are unequal. Otherwise we can display the suitable error message. Here we assume that the user gives three positive integer number as a input. So after the requirement specifications, we design that the program. For the given requirement, we can draw the following conditions, design conditions, that is a C1 to up to C2, C6. The C1 is A less than B plus C, the condition is, and the condition number 2, C2 is B less than A plus C. Condition number 3, C less than A plus B. The C4 equals A equals B, C5 A equals C, and the C6 is B equals C. According to this property, the triangle, if any one of the three conditions C1, C2, C3 are not satisfied, then the triangle cannot be constructed. So only when C1, C2, C3 are true, the triangle can be formed. Then depending on the conditions C4, C5, C6, we can decide what type of triangle will be formed. So what type of means is an equilateral, isosceles, or scalene triangles. So come to the algorithm base of the triangle program. So definitely in the initial step we give the inputs A, B, C is the positive three integer values in step number 1. In step number 2, if the condition A less than B plus B, C, and B less than A plus C, and C less than A plus B is to be true, it goes to the types of triangle. Otherwise, else it goes to the display the not a triangle steps. So if the condition, if step 2 is to be true, it moves to the type of the triangle. If A equals B and B equals C, then the triangle is to be equilateral triangle. Or if A not equal to B and A not equal to C and B not equal to C, then print the triangle is to be scalene. Otherwise, print triangle is to formed is isosceles. So this is the algorithm of the triangle program. Step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and the 6. So this is the program of the triangle program. So in the basic includes includes audio is the header files is to be there. So we can give the inputs into ABC is the positive integers. So here enter the three sides of triangle, we give the inputs to the ABC. Then in come to the if conditions, so come to the source code. So these are the header files is to be there. So we can give the input a, b, c. We can enter the integer values, three sides of the triangle. So if in the if condition a less than b plus c and b less than a plus c and c less than a plus b, if the condition is not satisfied, if condition is not satisfied, is a false, it shows that the triangle cannot be formed. If the condition if is satisfied, if it is to be true, so definitely it goes to the next if condition, if a equals b and b equals c. So definitely we can enter here absent a equals c, but definitely a equals b and b equals c is to be there, then it shows that it print the equilateral triangle. Else if a not equal to b and a not equal to c and b not equal to c, then print the scalene triangle, not a equal sides. So else print isosceles triangle. If the condition this if is not satisfied, so is directly print that the triangle cannot be formed. So this is the source code of the triangle program. So come to the testing. So here in the question only they tell that derive test cases for your program based on decision table approach. So here we use the technique decision table approach. So decision table testing has been around since the early 1960s. It is used to depict complex logical relationship between input data. A decision table is the method used to build a complete set of test cases without using the internal structure of the program in question. In order to create test cases, we use a table to contain the input and output values of a program. So this is the decision table approach for the triangle program. So decision table contains there are 4 portions of decision table is to be there. So this portion we called as a condition portion, leftmost. The rightmost is the condition entries. So like that, this is the action. This is the action entries. There are 4 portions are there. So one is the condition. This is the condition entries. This is the actions. This is the action entries. So here, according to our algorithm and the program source code, is clear that if the condition a less than b plus c, b less than a plus c, c less than a plus b condition holds, then definitely we can print the some types of triangle. Otherwise, this condition c1, c2, c3, this condition is to be failed or false, definitely we can decide that is a not a triangle. So come to the rule number 1 in the condition entries. The first one is false, if is there, that is the condition is a less than b plus c is to be false. Definitely if the condition is to be failed, it in the action entries it shows that is a not a triangle. So come to the rule number 2. The condition 1 is to be true, that means that a less than b plus is to be true, but the condition is 2 is false, means that definitely b less than a plus b is false, means definitely it prints that not a triangle. So same as the rule number 2, come to the R3, condition 1, condition 2 is to be true, but condition 3, c less than a plus b is false, so definitely it prints not a triangle. So we can skip that R4, R5, R6, we can explain later. So come to the R7, the condition 1 is to be true, the condition 2 is to be true, the condition 3 is to be true. Then means that C1, C2, C3 is to be true, means so definitely some form of triangle is to be formed here. Come to the condition 4, A equals B is to be true, but A equals C, B equals C be false. That means that A equals B is to be, then the condition for A equals B is to be true, then two sides are equal. So two sides are equal means, so in the action entries is a isosceles triangle. So come to the rule number 8. So definitely condition 1, condition 2, condition 3 is to be true. So come to the true for condition number 5, A equals C is to be true, then remaining two, condition 4 and condition 6 to be false. So come to the condition 5, A equals C means two sides are equal. So definitely in the action entries we mentioned that is a isosceles triangle. So same as the R7 and R8, so R9 is also same. The condition number 6, B equals C is to be true, then two sides are equal, so definitely is an isosceles triangle in the action entries. So in the rule number 10, in the requirement conditions entries, rule number 10, so definitely C1, C2, C3 is to be true, but the remaining conditions C4, C5, 6 is to be false. That means that A not equal to B, A not equal to C, then and B not equal to C, then the result is not a equal sides, means that is a scalene triangle in the action entries. So come to the rule number 10 or 11. So all the conditions are true. All the conditions are true means definitely. So come to the C4, C5, C6. A equals B, A equals C, and B equals C. All the sides are equal, so definitely is an equilateral triangle. So in the action entries, it shows that the equilateral triangle. So come to the rule number R4, R5, R6. These are the impossible cases in the action entries. See here in the A5 impossible cases. It's impossible cases R4, R5, R6. For example, come to the R4. So definitely C1, C2, C3 is to be true, but unfortunately C4 is to be false, means A not equal to B. So but C5, C6 are true. A not equal to B in the C4, but in the C5 A equals C and the C6 B equals C. So definitely if A equals C and B equals C means definitely A equals B, but unfortunately A equals B is to be false here, is not possible in this. So that's why we call this is action is a impossible cases. So like that R4, R5, R6 are the impossible cases. So there are three impossible cases are there here. So come to the first one, R1, R2, R3 is a not a triangle cases. There are three cases. R4, R5, R6 there are impossible cases. R7, R8, R9 are the isosceles triangles. R10 is the scalene triangle. R11 is the equilateral triangle. So then we write the test cases for this decision table approach. So totally R11, 11 condition entries are there, rule number R11 rules are there. So come to the test cases, we enter the 8 cases are there, because 3 impossible cases we forget, we skip the 3 impossible cases, then we write the 8 test cases here. So come to the test cases approaches. So this is the test cases of triangle program based on the decision table. So total number of test cases are 8 cases are there. So this is the format of the test cases: test case ID, test case description. These are the inputs A, B, C, expected output, actual output, and the status. So come to the test case ID. Total number of cases here, total 8 cases here, because 3 impossible cases in the total 11 cases, there are 3 impossible cases are there. So 11 minus 3 is 8 cases are there. Test case description, you write anything here. So testing for requirement 1, requirement 2, requirement 3. So these are testing for requirement 1, testing for requirement 2, 1 testing for requirement 4, because there are some cases is to be there. No, these are not a triangle cases, that's why. So you write anything based on your descriptions. So these are the inputs A, B, C. So first three cases. So first three cases are is not a triangle cases. So based on the decision table we consider, so for these test cases, so starting R1, R2, R3 is the not a triangle cases. Same as this we consider a 8 cases here, test cases. So testing for requirement 1 test case ID, so you give the value, input value 4, 1, 2. So definitely expected output is not a triangle, because so definitely we condition hold A less than B plus 3, B less than A plus C, C less than A plus B. So but here that condition, if condition is not true, that's why the expected output is not a triangle. So the remaining two cases are same. 1, 4, 2, 1, 2, 4 is not a triangle. So come to the test case ID 4, we give the equal sides for A, B, C. So definitely all equal sides means is an equilateral triangle, is the expected output. So come to the test case ID 5, so we give the values 2, 2, 3. So definitely two equal sides are there. So it prints that isosceles triangle is the expected output. So 6 and 7 test cases, so same as the test case 5, because we give the two sides are equal here, 2, 2 is equal sides, here 2, 2 are the equal sides. So definitely we print that expected output is to be isosceles triangle. So come to the test case ID 8, we give the value for ABC 3, 4, 5. So definitely different sides are there, not equal sides. So definitely expected output is to be scale and triangle. So before we executing the program, means source code, so we can up to we write like this. So after we are executing the source code or program, triangle program, after execution we get some answer, we get some outputs, same values you get given 4, 1, 2. So definitely in the actual output after execution we get that is not a triangle. So then only we can fill this column, actual output status. If the expected output and the actual output is to be both are same, then the status is to be pass. If expected output and actual output are be different, the status is to be failure. So almost all in the software testing programs definitely we get that. So the every status, expected output and actual output is to be, so definitely is to be pass. So after execution we can fill these columns, actual output column and the status column. So after this the execution and result discussion is to be there. So after execution of the program we can give the test report here. So number of test case executed, so definitely come to the test case ID 1 to 8, so we can execute 8 test cases. So number of defects raised, so definitely based on the status, if it is failed or defects whatever we get, so after we fill this, after execution of the program we fill the number of defects raised. So here number of test case pass, if we pass all the 8 cases definitely we can pass all the 8 cases here. So definitely the answer is to be, the number of test cases pass is to be 8 is to be there. So and one more thing, number of test cases failed, if we failed the expected output and actual output will be different, so definitely status condition is to be failed, we can enter after this test report the number of test cases failed. So these are the snapshots of the after execution that. So enter the three sides of triangle, we can give that 4, 1, 2. So definitely triangle cannot be found because the if condition is to be failed here. So same as this one, so it's not a form 1, 4, 2 also. So these are the sample screenshots. So we can give that 2, 2, 3 is an isosceles triangle. We can give the 2, 3, 2 is an isosceles triangle. So like that 3, 2, 2 isosceles triangle. If we give all sides are equal, so definitely the triangle is to be equilateral triangle. So these are the samples. Thank you.